What is going on, guys? RonMan coming back at you, and today we're taking a look at Rock and Roll Racing for Super Nintendo. Also, if you're new here and you like my content, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, as well as that bell notification so you stay up to date with RonMan Gaming. Rock and Roll Racing was developed by a company called Silicon and Synapse, who is now known as Blizzard Entertainment, and this game was published by Interplay Productions. Rock and Roll Racing is an isometric racing game with an emphasis on rock and roll and high-octane action. When you start a new game, you have the option to choose whichever driver you want, and they each have different stats. As you complete races, you'll earn money which can be used to buy upgrades and new vehicles. Each car is a little different, but common upgradable parts are the engine, the tires, the armor, and the number of missiles, among other things. A nice touch with Rock and Roll Racing is that you can choose the color of the vehicle before you buy it. Rock and Roll Racing has a space theme where you travel to different planets while competing against different, well, I guess races of creatures. The way that Rock and Roll Racing works is that each planet has 2 divisions, and to move on to the next division or planet, you'll have to earn a certain score. For example, in this planet, we're in Division B, and we need to earn 1,400 points within 8 races before we advance. As you win races, along with earning money, you'll earn score points too. How many points you earn will depend on how you did in the race, which, of course, is also how the money works. If you've completed all the races but still don't have enough points, you'll have to start back at 0 points. I prefer the way Rock and Roll Racing handles this as opposed to a game like Micro Machines, where if you run out of lives, you get a game over and have to start the game all over again from the beginning. In Rock and Roll Racing, you'll still keep all the money you've earned and stay on the same planet you were on. You just need to start the division again from 0 points. Each planet looks vastly different from one another, which is nice. But in later planets, and because of the high point requirement to advance, you'll be there a long time, which means you'll be seeing the same environments for many races in a row. The environments only change when you change planets, so every race in the first planet will look like this, for example. Of course, all the tracks are laid out differently, but it can start to feel boring if you play long enough. Another thing that can start to wear on you is the audio, both Larry the announcer and the music. At first glance, Larry is a wicked commentator, and his quirky personality really helps to make this game stand out. The music is also fantastic because they're real songs. We have Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Highway Star by Deep Purple, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Peter Gunn by Henry Mancini, and last and certainly least, Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf. Like I said, at first glance, this game's audio, how can you beat that? But for me, I got real sick of hearing Larry's stupid voice. Ouch! And on top of that, I started to get sick of the game's music too. There are only 5 songs, and I hate Born to be Wild. It reminds me of that piece of shit movie Wild America starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I still remember seeing the stupid trailer on TV. I fucking hate that. How many movies or TV shows or commercials have you heard the song Born to be Wild? It seems to be everywhere. Born to be wild. We're wild, man. We're wild. This song is wild. This wild. Like, fuck off. I fucking like. It's like Rock You Like a Hurricane. How many fucking movies and commercials is that stupid song in? Like, I fucking hate music, man. I hate music. I love music, and I hate music. Like, I have this weird love-hate thing. Like, most mainstream music, not all of it, but most of it, I fucking hate. I fucking hate. I don't even hate Steppenwolf, but I hate that song. It's so shitty. Music is a weird thing with me. I get fired up with music, and I'm so sick of Born to be Wild. I'm so sick of seeing it on TV, in movies, on commercials, in movie trailers. I know there's at least one other person out there who agrees with me. Anyway, what was I saying? Was I reviewing a video game or something? Micro Machines? I have no idea what I was doing. I got so upset about music that I just, And have you also noticed that, like, so much music right now is, like, electronic, and, like, all the lyrics are so shit? I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. I fucking hate you, but your body? But I hate you. But your body? That's good stuff. I'm shallow. I'm shallow. I didn't even write this song. A bunch of guys in that big building over there, executives, they wrote all my songs. And people fucking buy it. I can't believe the shit that people listen to. I can't believe it. And anyway, back to the review. Sorry. Anyway, when I hear Born to Be Wild, all I can see in my head is this face. You're welcome. So, when I play Rock and Roll Racing, I usually turn off both the music and Larry. I really like that they added the option to turn those things off, but you know what? By doing that, it makes Rock and Roll Racing feel more like bumper cars rather than high-octane carnage, yeah! Another funny thing, Larry calls the start of the race, but if you turn him off, there's no other cue at all. What a piece of shit. Now, those issues I just mentioned are really quite minor, but one problem that I found to be pervasive is this game's isometric angle. See, it's often pretty tough to angle your car properly. So often, I would think that my car is straight and properly aligned, but it turns out I'm just slightly too far to a different direction. It was really annoying, especially when jumping ramps or driving over bumps. I would often fly off the track, and that usually meant that I would lose the race. I can handle if that only happened a few times, but it happened so often that I really started to get burnt out with this game. Now, I know I just shit all over this game, but please, this game really is good. I really do like Rock and Roll Racing. The graphics are good, the music is good, besides Born to Be Wild. Oh, I hate that song. Music, when you hear, no, stop. Gotta focus on the review. But no, everything is good though. This game is fun. I really enjoy playing it. If you're a Super Nintendo collector, I highly recommend you find this game and add it to your collection, if you don't mind spending a bit of cash. Right now, it's sitting at about $65 Canadian. Fuck me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. What is your favorite Super Nintendo racing game? Leave it down in the comments and I'll catch you guys next time.